Hello, I'm Ed Decker, Artistic Director of the new Conservatory Theatre Center. It is my pleasure to welcome you to our Give Out Day concert starring the irrepressible Countess Katya Smirnoff-Skyy, along with special guests Jesse Cortez, Amanda King, and Joe Wicht at the piano. Tonight's live stream event is coming to you from NCTC in our Tucker Theater. This is our first event in the space since the shelter-in-place that began on March 8th. I want to assure you that we are exercising an abundance of caution and following strict safety protocols. You'll see behind me the scrim, where our musical director will be appearing momentarily, separated from our star, Katya, who you will find in this spot momentarily, our sound engineer 6 to 10 feet away from me, and our TD up in the booth controlling the show. I also want to thank everyone in advance for the gifts that have already come in for Give Out Day. I understand we're starting off with a very impressive total. And I also want to express my gratitude to those of you that are going to be able to give during the course of this performance. I know that we're all anxious to come back to the theater. And until that's possible, we're very, very fortunate to be able to bring a little bit of NCTC and the theater to you. So without further ado, please welcome the star of our show, the Countess Katya Smirnoff-Skyy.
I'll be swell, I'll be great, I will have this whole world on a plate. Starting here, starting now, darlings, everything's coming up, Katya. Clear the tracks, clear the tracks. You have nothing to doing but relax. Blow a kiss, have a drink. Darlings, everything's coming up, Katya. Now's my inning. Set the world on its ears. Set it spinning. This will be just the beginning. Meine Damen und mein Herr, ladies and gentle people out in internet land, welcome to the new Conservatory Theatre basement, the most beautiful basement in all of San Francisco for a night out with me. So sit back, pour yourself a drink, and let's have a little fun, shall we, darlings? I can doing it. All I need is a hand. I will doing it. Joe Wicht is going to see to it. Key change. Curtain up, light the lights. You have nothing to hit but the heights. I am swell, I am great. I can tell, yes you wait. That lucky star I dream about is due. Darlings, everything's coming up. Grey goose and caviar. Everything's going to be diamonds and schmuck, not enough. Everything's coming up. Sable and Santa Claus. Everything's coming up. Katya, by which I mean me. Spasiba, you're welcome. Thank you, Joseph Wicht. Behind me, there's some kind of mesh thing. No. Hello, darlings, and welcome. Now, for any of you who have no idea who I am or why there's a 6'3" redhead of unspeakable beauty and unplaceable, ever-changing, vaguely Eastern European accent, barely sitting before you now. I am the Countess Katya Smirnoff-Skyy, once Eastern Europe's most sought-after Mezzo-Soprano Understudy. And I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be back here at NCTC the most beautiful basement in all of San Francisco, and to be here on the stage of the Tucker Theater, a stage where I made my first San Francisco appearance. No, it's true. This would have been a long, long time ago. We did a little show. It was called Katya from Russia with Love, directed by Andrew Nance. And I suppose in many ways it was the way many of you got to know me, and the way I got to know so many of you. And you really have become my family. So it's so wonderful to be sitting here with all of you and with Ed and all the marvelous people, well, the 2 or 3 of you that I can almost see in the back of the theater. Now, of course, I did not begin my career in San Francisco. No, I started performing in 1960, a long time ago. I was 17 years old, and I was understudying for the great Mezzo-Soprano Understudy. Sadly, on opening night, Tatiana had a minor run-in with a bus, and I was forced to going on in her place. Now, as an understudy, did I know all the lyrics? Those are the words to the arias. Yet, did I know all the blocking? Not really. But as you Americans say, the show must going forward. And so forward it went. They took all the gowns in 12 inches and let them down 32. The critics called my performance indescribable. The opera, Georges Bizet's masterpiece, Carmen. I, of course, played the original Gypsy Vamp, Carmen. I would bend to pick up that fan, but it's too far away from my hands, so use your imagination. L'amore azzurro belle che nul ne veut apprivoiser, et c'est bien avant qu'on l'appelle, si lui convient de réviser. Reine femmine sans prière, n'en parle bien notre cité, et c'est l'autre que je préfère, il lui convient de réviser. L'amour, l'amour est un vent de bohème, il n'a jamais connu des lois. Si tu ne m'aimes pas, je t'aime. Si je t'aime, prends garde à toi. Prends garde, it's the never mind. Mais si je t'aime, prends garde à toi. Mais si je t'aime, I'll get there when I'm ready. I'm a woman after all. Prends garde à toi. Voila. Spasiba, you're welcome. Thank you. I can hear you cheering all the way from 12 feet beneath Market Street. Oh, I can't tell you how many wonderful memories I've had here at this marvelous little bay. I'm kicking right now to try and get my fan because I want it real bad. So I'm gonna kick it over there, and then someone's going to toss it to me, and I'm gonna catch it because clearly I'm good at sports. I'm not good at sports, but I'll tell you, ladies and gentle people, I am good at being with the people I love. You see, when I was a little girl, not that I was ever little, but I was young once, long ago. I had a hard time. You see, the other little girls, they were not so nice to Katya. No, they would make fun of me. You see, I was taller than the other little girls. My hair, it was redder. My stripe, it was whiter. And frankly, I was a little more, well, mannish. Which is saying something if you've seen Russian women. I'm kidding. It's true, though. But every night, I would come home in tears, and my mama, she would take my face in her hands, and she would say, Katya, You are a beautiful girl. Of course, she said it in Russian, so it sounded very different. I won't go into it now. But I'll tell you, darlings, I felt better just hearing those words, having someone reach out and tell you that you are loved. And even today, in these hard times, let's face it, it's been difficult on all of us. I mean, how many days have you woken up in the morning at about, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, like one does? You kick the vodka bottle off your bed. You pick up your wig from the nightstand. Chernobyl, don't like talking about it. And you don't feel like you can make it through another day in this solitude. But then, I remember Mama's words. I remember her saying, Katya, you're a beautiful girl. You're a beautiful girl. And well, it gives me a little hope. So I put a little more mascara on my rather limp upper lash. And I can cope again. Good God, there's hope again. And suddenly, the world is a beautiful place. Every day is so wonderful, then suddenly it's hard to breathe. Now and then I'm getting so insecure from all the pain. I'm so ashamed, but I am beautiful no matter what they're saying. Words can bring me down. I am beautiful no matter what I weigh. Words can't bring you down. Don't let them bring you down today. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay. I'm so pretty that I hardly can believe I'm real. I feel charming, oh so charming. It's alarming how charming I feel. I'm so pretty that I hardly can believe I'm real. See the pretty girl in that mirror there. What mirror? Who can this attractive girl be? Such a pretty face, such a pretty smile, such a pretty dress, such a pretty me. I feel stunning and entrancing. Feel like running and dancing for joy, for I'm loved by a pretty, wonderful boy. Key change. I'm a girl and by me that's only great. I enjoy that my silhouette is curvy, that I walk with a sweet and girlish gait, with my hips kinda swivelly and swervy. I enjoy being dressed in something frilly. When a boy comes to meet me at my place, off I go with my Yono Yeko Billy, like a filly who is ready for the race. When I have a brand new hairdo with my eyelashes all in curls, I flit through the air on hairdo. I enjoy being a girl. I flip when a fellow sends me flowers. I drool over dresses made of lace. I'm talking on the telephone for hours with a pound and a half of cream upon my face. Yeah, I'm strictly a female, and my future I hope will be in the arms of a brave and free male who'll enjoy being a guy, having a girl like me. Whatever Katya wants, Katya gets. And little man, little Katya wants you. Make up your mind to have no regrets. Do you like my legs? Resign yourself, recline yourself. You're through, no one's seen them in months. I always get what I aim for, and your heart and soul are what I came for. Gotcha once, gotcha gets. Take off your coat, Ed Decker. Don't you know? You'll never wear. You're no exception to the rule. I'm irresistible. You fool, give in, give in, give in. I enjoy being a girl. Oh, Smocy, but yo, darling. Hi, darling. How are you back there? Joseph Wicht. Isn't he wonderful? This is the first time that I have getting to sing with a live pianist in, well, how long has it been? 3 months? 4 months? I've lost all track of day. I have no idea what day it is, but I do know that it's a Tuesday. Because today is Give Out Tuesday, which is, it is a very special day. It is the only day where all over the nation, there's this organization that is giving money to the LGBTQ plus community. And we're not just raising the $10,000 that was our original goal, which we have already meeting. I am just being told this by Thank you, Andre. We're making the $10,000. But there's something special in this wonderful event. If we get the most individual donations, then we get an extra special prize. I don't know what that prize is. It might be a Pontiac convertible. Do they still make those? It's unclear. But I do know that for the last 3 years, we have winning the prize money, and it can be up to $5,000. So any little bit that you would like to donate tonight. Apparently there's some kind of thing under me, so I'm going to pretend like I know where it is, and yes, Kalen's point, he says, yes, that's where, good, thank you, Kalen, he's running the sound force. As what I was to say, darlings, if you care to give anything, we would be so very, very blessed. You see, NCTC is an incredible organization. I would not be here sitting on this stool in front of you now if it were not for them. And I am one of thousands of artists who this marvelous institution has helped over the last 39 years. And it is now with great pleasure that I introduce, by the way, the link is giveoutday.org/NCTCSF. I think that's the one. There's a link there. Well, it is now my pleasure to introduce from his living room or piano room or wherever he's recording now, my dear, dear friend, Mr. Jesse Cortez. Take it, darling. It's all yours.
When I was just a kid, everything I did was to be like him. Under my skin, my father always thought if I was strong and fought, not like some albatross, I'd begin to fit in. Look at me, powerless and holding my breath, trying hard to repress what scared him to death. It was never easy to be his type of man. To breathe freely was not in his plan. And the best part of me is what he wouldn't see. I'm not my father's son. I'm not the image of what he dreamed of. With the strength of Sparta and the patience of Job, still couldn't be the one to echo what he'd done and mirror what was not in me. So I jumped through my dreams and I found an escape. Maybe I went to extremes of leather and lace, but the world seemed brighter 6 inches off the ground, and the air was lighter, and I was profound, and I felt so proud just to live out loud. I'm not my father's son. I'm not the image of what he dreamed of. With the strength of Sparta and the patience of Job, still couldn't be the one to echo what he'd done and mirror what was not in me. The endless torrent of expectations swirling inside my mind held me down, and I came to the realization, and I finally turned around to see that I could just be me. I'm not my father's son. I'm not the image of what he dreamed of. With the strength of Sparta and the patience of Job, still couldn't be the one to echo what he'd done and mirror what was not in me. We're the same, Charlie boy, you and me.
Bravo, Jesse, that was beautiful. Such a fantastic song. One of my favorites. And I'll tell you, loves. Kelly hi, Kelly Carey. You're just how wonderful. Yes, I'll tell Jesse he was amazing. Jesse knows he's amazing. I don't need to tell him anything, Maestro. You know, as the world starts opening up more and more, I find that people have different expectations. And I personally, I wear my mask whenever I go out. I stay home as often as I can. But I know everyone does things at different paces. And I try not to be judgmental, although we have only one job. I mean, our parents or our grandparents fought a war. We just have to stay home and keep our masks on. But lest I judge anyone, all I can say is haters are gonna hate. I stay out too late, got nothing in this brain. At least it's what they say. It's what people say. I go on too many days least that's what they say. It's what people say. But I keep grooving, can't stop, won't stop moving, like I have this music in my soul, saying it's gonna be okay. Hi, Carol Chan, 'cause the player's gonna play, 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 play. Haters gonna hate, 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 hate. Me, I'm going to shake, 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 shake it off. Shake it off. Heartbreaker's gonna break. Faker's gonna fade. Me, I'm going to shake, 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 shake it off. Shake it off. Oh, shake it off. Oh, I say shake it off. Oh, I said shake it off. Oh, 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 oh. Shake it off. Oh, oh. Shake it off. Oh, I say shake it off. Oh, I said shake it off. Oh, shake it off. Oh, oh. Hey, hey, hey. Just think. Well, you've been sad and lonely, sequestered in your living room for all these many, many months. You could have been watching me every Tuesday and Thursday on Facebook Live with my little quarantini, getting down to this sick beat. Shake it, I don't dance. Shake it. Shake, 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 shake your booty, shake your booty. 'Cause players gonna play, haters gonna hate. Me, I'm going to shake, 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 shake and bake. You can still buy it at most Safeways. Shake it off. Oh, I say shake it off. Oh, I said shake, rattle and roll. I said shake, rattle and roll. Shake it off. Oh, I say shake it off. Oh, I said shake it off. Oh, oh, shake it off. Oh, oh, and no hater in all of us, no wizard that ever was, is ever going to bring me down. Shake it off. Woo! Small Siva, thank you. They were telling me to look at it. There's 2 cameras and I didn't know. Should I take my shoes off? Would that help, darling? No? Okay. Well, I'm back, and I put on some festive pajamas. These were actually made for a show I did right here in the Tucker Theatre called Katya, What Becomes a Legend Most, designed by the costumes, at least, by my dear friend, Mr. David Glamourmore. But you know, a lot of credit for much of what I do goes to this man behind the scrim. He's my regular, my wizard of the Oz, Mr. No, it's true, you're the man behind the scrim pulling the levers, Mr. Joseph Wicht. Now, I met Yo 15 years ago, I guess, a little over that, right here in this beautiful basement, and he changed my life profoundly. In fact, many would claim that it was he who took me out on the town for the first time to Martuni's to meet so many fascinating people. And he's another a family member of this wonderful place that we call NCTC. And we've grown so close. I mean, you've been a part of almost all the songs that you all love out there, because I only sing about 15 of them over and over and over again. And if they weren't written by Joseph Cannon, they were written by Joseph Wicht or Tom Shaw. You know, I even sang at Joe Wicht's wedding. Yes. I did. It was beautiful. It was understated and beautiful. You know, I wanted to sing with a 6-piece band, but Yo said, no, just you and the music and the chance to dance for you. And I said, well, that's so old-fashioned. Don't you want something bigger and more exciting? He said, no. Yo is actually a very old-fashioned kind of guy, aren't you, darling?
I'm very old-fashioned.
Yes, he's so old-fashioned that he took his husband Bill's last name. That's true. He's Joseph Wicht. That's because Bill is Bill Wicht. Well, tell us a little more, darling.
We'll have an old-fashioned wedding.
It was gorgeous, though.
Blessed in that good old-fashioned way. I'll vow to love him forever. He'll vow to love and honor and obey.
I know, Bill, I don't believe it for a second.
Somewhere in some little chapel, someday when orange blossoms bloom,
Remember when?
we'll have an old-fashioned wedding, a simple wedding for an old-fashioned groom and a groom.
You know, when we first performed this song in 2008, gay marriage was not legal in the United States. Time moves along. Things get better. They really do. You know, it is now legal, and I don't think I'll ever remarry. I mean, if I did, I would lose my title. And then I would no longer be the Countess Smirnoff-Skyy. I'd just be Mrs. So-and-so. That wouldn't do. But if I had to get married, I'd do it upright. I want a wedding in a big church with bridesmaids and flower girls, a lot of ushers in tailcoats, reporters and photographers. I want a bishop who will say the night and say the night. I just made up words. Do you love to love and honor? Love and honor, yes, but not obey. I'd like a wedding surrounded with diamonds and platinum, a big reception at the Waldorf with champagne and caviar, a ceremony with a bishop who will sort out. I just make up words because, you know what, they're just suggestions. I don't want to get married at all.
5, 6, 7, 8.
I want a wedding in a big church with bridesmaids and flower girls, a lot of ushers in tailcoats, reporters and photographers, a ceremony with a bishop who will
forever. He'll bow to
love and honor, sure, but not obey. I want a wedding ring surrounded with diamonds and platinum, a big reception at the Waldorf with champagne and caviar.
We'll have an old-fashioned wedding, a simple wedding for an old-fashioned
wedding. I don't want to get married
and
at
a
all.
groom. We'll have an old-fashioned wedding.
Thank you, yo.
Thank you.
Oh, as I always say, lyrics, notes, rhythms, these are suggestions from the composer. And sometimes we just change them because I'm here, you're here, and the show must going forward. As I was for to sing, NCTC really has been my theatrical home for, well, 15 years. I remember I walked into this very door to audition for Mr. Ed Decker. He sat somewhere over there. I got up and I sang something from a musical, I'm sure. But from the moment I walked in, I knew I'd found my place. I knew I was home. It was here that Andrew Nance taught me how to craft a cabaret show, that Joseph Cannon taught me the beauty of drama in song, in cabaret. It's here where Ed Decker taught me to inhabit a character like a second skin, and it truly is home. Free and easy, that's my style. How'd he do me? Watch me smile. Very well me after a while, 'cause I got a room, and any place I hang this wig is home. Sweet water, cherry wine, thank you kindly, suits me fine. Kansas City and even Caroline, that's my honeycomb, and any place I hang my any place I hang my wings on. Birds roosting in the trees, they pick up and go, and the going throughs. That's how it ought to be. I pick up too when the spirit moves me. Cross the river round the bend. Howdy, strangers, so friend. There's a voice in the whispering wind. It tells me roam. I'm going where that welcome mat is, no matter where that is. 'Cause any place I hang my hat is home. Spasiba, thank you. You're welcome. Oh, it's true. This theater, the lights, the magic in the air, it really is home. Can I use both cameras now? Yes? Oh, good. I don't know. That's technical. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Good to know. As for I was to say, being in a place like NCTC really does make me feel in some ways very most myself. People ask me all the time, they say, Katya, why do you do it? Do you do it for the thousand, hundreds, tens of dollars and free drinks from the bar when it's open? No, I don't. I don't even do it for the applause because I can't hear anyone applauding. I've done 30-something shows by myself in my living room. And I'll tell you what, I've enjoyed every single one of them. It's not for the donations I get. It's for the ability to reach out and to be a part of someone's life, especially in times like this where we're all separated by distance. We have to be so. I do it for the love, I do it for the magic, and I do it for the sense of home. And no matter how far I travel, no matter what theater I play, NCTC has always been and will always be my home. Unpack the luggage, la, la, la. Pack up the luggage, la, la, la. Unpack the luggage, la, la, la. Living the glamorous life. Run for a taxi, la, la, la. Wolf down a sandwich, la, la, la. Which town is this town? I don't know. Living the glamorous life. Bugs in the mattress, la, la, la. Cracks in the plaster, la, la, la. Run for that taxi, la, la, la. Living the glamorous life. So you're from Big D, my, oh yes. Big D, little little lady. I love Paris in the springtime. I love Paris in the Swanee. How I love you, my dear old. I got a guy in Kalamazoo. A foggy day in old London town. Chicago, the night, and you in blue Hawaii. Bali High is calling any night, any wonderful, wonderful Copenhagen, Georgia. No peace do I find. I'm Alabama bound. There'll be no heebie-jeebies hanging around. The rain in Spain stays mainly plain. In NYC, what is it about you? You're big, you're tough, you're loud. Dear, if you could know how I fields. There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover. In Istanbul was Constantinople. No, it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Been a long time gone. Stand back, Buenos Aires, because you wanna know what you're gonna get in me. I'm the chic of Arabia. Unpack the luggage, la, la, la. Pack up the luggage, la, la, la. Unpack the luggage, la, la, la. Living the glamorous life. Up with the curtain, la, la, la. Down with the curtain, la, la, la. I am surviving, I don't know. Living the glamorous life. Spasiba, thank you. Thank you. Now, if you hadn't noticed, we are in the middle of I can't use, there's another camera over there, so I'm just going to bring my notes over here so that I can see them, because, I can't remember many things. When I stopped aging in 1981 because of the blood being mostly vodka, kind of killed the memory too. But the truth is, we are here to do some fundraising. It is National Give Out Day. And any donation, $10 even, just share this. If you don't have $10 to give, that's fine. The show is free, and we want you to just enjoy it. But share it on your page so that others may. Until midnight, you'll be able to continue donating to us at the link that's below me. I love to point to something that's not there, but I guess it is there. I don't know. Anyway, what happens after this? Oh, that's right. Now, as you may have guessed, ladies and gentlemen, Katya's losing her mind. Oh, hello, darlings. Good to see you too. Hi, Zoe. Nice to see you. I'm so glad you're watching. Darlings, we are in the final day of the Pride season. And it's been a very interesting Pride. The 50th that we would have celebrated with marches here in San Francisco. And it was very inspiring to see all the marching that went on just on Sunday. In many ways, it was like the Roots, 52 years ago when Judy Garland died. A bunch of policemen went in to riot at the Stonewall Inn. And a lot of my trans sisters and a lot of my brothers and sisters at arms, they weren't going to take it anymore. And so they roused up, and the gay liberation movement began. And that's why we celebrate Pride in the month of June. And though we may not have all felt comfortable going out onto the streets to march, we know that we were all there in spirit. And I'd like to sing a Judy song. I don't know it very well, and I didn't think you'd be able to see my notes, but that's okay, because I'm here, you're here, and the show must go forward. And I'd like to sing this song for you, and I hope you like it. I dedicate it to Judy Garland, but more than that, I dedicate it to all those who have fought for our rights for so many years. The night is bitter, the stars have lost their glitter, the wind grows colder, and suddenly you're older, and all because of the man that got away. No more his eager call, the writings on the wall, the dreams you dreamed, they've all gone away. The man that won you has gone off and undone you. That great beginning, it's seen a final inning. Don't know what happened, it's all a crazy game. No more that all-time thrill, 'cause you've been through the mill. Never Good riddance, goodbye. Every trick of his you're on to. But fools can be fools, and where's he gone to? The road gets tougher, it's lonelier, it's rougher. With hope you'll burn up, tomorrow he may turn up. There's just no let up, the livelong night and day. Ever since this world began, there is nothing sadder than a one-man woman looking for the man that got away. The man that got away. Spasiba. Thank you, thank you. Now, of course, I'd like to do a little medley. That's a group of songs joined together by a theme. And in this case, the theme is, well, let's face it, for the last long time, the homosexuals and I, we've had a close relationship. They've gotten me through the best and the worst of my times. So I dedicate this to all my LGBTQ plus sisters and brothers and people out there on the internet land. But don't worry, straight allies. These songs are for you too. You just learned them a season after the rest of us did. When all the world is a hopeless yumble, and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens magically. When all the scouts looking up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place beyond the sun, just a step beyond the rain. At first I was afraid, I was petrified, kept thinking I could never do without you by my side. Hi, Mikey. But I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong, and I learned how to get along, and so you're back from outer space. You just walked in to find me here with this sad look upon my face. I should have changed that stupid lock, should have made you lose your key when I have known for just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. Oh no, I will survive for as long as I know how to love. I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to give, I've got all my life to live. I will survive, I will survive, I will survive. Young man, there's a place you can go. I say, young man, when you're shut on your door, you can stay there, and you're going to find many ways to live a good time. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. And they have everything for young men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Amen. Tall, dark, strong and lean, rough and tough and strong and mean. God bless Mother Nature. She's single lady too. She talk to the angels. She rearranged the sky so that each and every person can find a perfect guy. A material, a material, a material, a material world. Some boys kiss me, some boys hug me. I think they're okay. If they don't give me proper credits, I walk away. For we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. You know that we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. I'm every woman, it's all in me. I'm every woman, it's all in me. I'm every woman, Stop with the turning music, yo. Oh, how much money have we raised so far tonight, Andrea? Well, no matter how hard I try, you keep on pushing me aside, and I can't break through. There's no talking to you. I need self-approval. I need love that feels strong. And after all is said and done, you're going to be the only one. Whoa! Do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me saying, we already raised $11,000. I love you. Do you believe in life after love? We don't think you're strong enough. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting to the end. I'll do all the Evitas. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losing, for we are the champions. No time for losing, for we are the champions of the world. Spasiba. Thank you, welcome. Oh, that was so much fun. I haven't done that for ages. I just love singing that, yo. You know, most people know NCTC for the incredible main stage productions we do, but I don't know if everyone watching tonight knows that since 1981, almost 40 years, New Conservatory Theatre has run youth programs introducing young people to all the glamour, the magic, and the mystery that is theatre. And as soon as we were forced to close our doors, our teaching staff, led by wonderful Stephanie Temple, took all of our courses online. And our young people have been learning their theatre, crafting art, making magic. And I'd like to take a moment to read a quote from one of the. I have notes. You see, I printed them out and everything because I'm organized. That's pitch number. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I wanted. That's the one. As I was saying, this young gentleman says, "Thank you so much for continuing to teach acting and musical theatre. It's brought great joy to us during these uncertain times. Stay safe, keep acting and singing, and we hope to see you really soon." Well, I hope we see you really soon too in these halls, you know, because you have to be a little person before you can be a big person like me wearing a sequin pantsuit on a stage on a Tuesday night. Now I'm just checking my notes to see what's next. Oh, I know what's next. I'm inviting from her living room another pillar of our NCTC community. I remember when I first was a young artist in training, she had a show right here, I believe, in this Tucker Theatre as well. Please welcome, from her living room, I suppose, Miss Amanda King.
Someone has wounded you, dear world. Someone has poisoned you, dear world. And those who love you defiantly insist that you get off the critical list. So make your recovery quick. We're sick of having a sick world. We want you dancing tomorrow afternoon. So be a dear world. Take the stitches out, dear world. Rip the bandage off, dear world. And get well soon. Please take your medicine, dear world. Please keep your pressure down, dear world. Promise to thrive on each word your doctor speaks. He'll bring the roses back to your cheeks. So you've been a pallid and blah world. Stick out your tongue and say, "Ah, world." We'll give you plasma and tonic by the spoon. So be a dear world. Take your medicine, dear world. Keep your pressure down, dear world, and get well soon. Please keep your fever down, dear world. Please keep your courage up, oh dear world. Your vim and vigor is very sorely missed. Help us declare you patient dismissed, and stand on your crutches with pride, world. You've got to save your own heart, world. We'll bring you lilacs until you're back in tune. So be a dear world. Keep your fever down, dear world. Keep your courage up, dear world. And get well soon.
Thank you, Amanda, singing one of my very, thank you, Amanda, Dear World, one of my very, very favorite musicals in all of Jerry Herman's rep. Now, Amanda's not the only person that would like to say a little something about NCTC. We've already raised over $11,000, and we don't end until midnight. But while these testimonials from some of my NCTC family are playing, do consider giving just a little something tonight. I can't tell you how much fun I've had with each and every one of you. And I'll be back to sing one final song after these words from the people that make this family truly thrive.
NCTC has kind of been this theatrical home base for me over the years.
I was welcomed so warmly as a San Francisco newbie by this family, and given the chance to lead and create and entertain with and for queer and allied communities that are so important to me.
NCTC is not only a home for artists of all ages, shapes and sizes, but a beautiful space for the community to gather, laugh, and cry.
Every time when we go to NCTC, we know that whatever we're going to see is going to delight us, challenge us, inspire us.
Walking down those stairs to the basement sometimes is like walking into a big hug.
It's nothing but love. You just feel automatically warm and comfortable, and everyone is greeting you. It doesn't matter if you've done a show 10 years ago or 10 days ago.
As a young student, I was given the safe space to explore and to come out of my shell, and I really gained the confidence to become a stronger performer.
New Conservatory Theatre Center's education program for youth are exemplary. It's what every society needs and must nurture.
The community is vital. We are, as artists, vital. And NCTC supports artists.
They have cast me in a variety of different roles, and that has allowed me to stretch as an artist, and that's what we want to be able to do. We want to continue to grow and continue to develop our abilities and our skills, and I love when you connect with a theater that actually casts you according to what you're capable of.
They care for you, they nurture you while you are there. Anything you need as an artist, they are there to help with.
Everyone that's involved in the production, they give them a voice. They help find those people and grow their talents so that they can really express themselves, and then they can become more than they ever thought that they could be.
They really encourage you to not only be yourself as an artist, but to be yourself as a human being.
I just couldn't be prouder of being part of such an amazing institution.
They have a very solid mission, really strong goals, and they are persistent in their perseverance.
Oh hey NCTC, how are you? I'm good, and I'm a vital arts institution. No, I know. That's why I appreciate you so much. And if you give a donation to NCTC, you can just like cuddle up with them, you know, and be like, I appreciate you so much. I want you to thrive and stay here and continue telling these important stories.
Please help us keep important queer stories in the Bay Area, because they need to be told. They deserve to be told.
Especially with this time with COVID-19 going on, it is so important to contribute to the theater. It's so important to continue to be able to get these incredible, amazing shows that they do up so people can see them, they can embrace them, and we can all grow and learn from them.
Your gift can make a world of difference in helping to ensure that artists like myself and audiences have NCTC as a home to get back to.
Thank you so much if you're able to. It really does mean the world to every single one of us who's ever worked in that amazing little basement theater. Happy Pride, and I'll see you on the other side.
That was truly spectacular. So many friends, so many familiar faces. As I've said time and time again, NCTC is a family. It is a place that so many of us come to feel at home. So many of us feel safe in. So many of us are allowed to create, to learn, and to express ourselves freely. I have enjoyed this hour with all of you so very, very much. We've raised, looks like over $1,200 in this 1 hour, and donations can continue going on until midnight tonight. We've had over 100 donors join, and I thank you each from the bottom of my heart. And I make this promise to you. When it is safe for us to be back up here on stage, and for you to be sitting in these beautiful purple seats, we will be here at NCTC. The new Conservatory Theatre Center will continue to provide incredible art to our community. We will continue to influence the lives of young people, and we will continue to be a beacon for what can be in this world that we will all reemerge into. When I first sang this encore in 2008, we were struggling for our right to marry. As of 2 weeks ago, we gained the right to keep our jobs, to keep our lives. And I encourage every person out there that there are still battles waiting to be fought. I want you to go and ask people how you can help. I want you to listen. And I want you to believe people when they tell you. Go out and tell our stories, let them echo far and wide. Make them hear you, make them hear you. How justice was our battle and how justice was denied. Make them hear you, make them hear you. And say to those who blamed us for the way we chose to fight, that sometimes there are battles that are more than black or white. And I could not put down my sword when justice was my right. Make them hear you, make them hear you. Go out and tell our stories to your daughters, to your sons. Make them hear you, make them hear you. And tell them in their struggles we were not the only ones. Make them hear you, make them hear you. Your sword can be a sermon or the power of a pen. Teach every child to raise their voice, and then, my darlings, then will justice be demanded by 10 million righteous men when they hear you. Make them hear you, we'll be near you again. Thank you all so much for joining in. NCTC will be here, and we can't wait to have you in our house again.